I said as a girl in your early 20s or late teenagehood does not have any business being in a committed relationship or even marriage, you all thought I was a bitter old lady. Now look at Regina Daniels. Poor girl went into marriage when she had no idea what marriage was all about.
She was advised by her mom to get married, but that's a story for another day. If Nedwoko had married a mature lady like Iniedo or Tonto Dike, do you think this would come out?
Your brain as a human being does not fully develop until you are 25. Your frontal cortex lobe, which is the brain side that is responsible for making rational decisions, it is not developed until you are 25. Whatever I'm saying is backed up with science. I am not just coming here to talk as a content creator. I keep telling you guys I am not a content creator. But I speak about the facts and reality backed up by theories and science. I don't talk out of speculations or assumptions. I only state the facts. Regina Daniels made a mistake by getting married that early. She also made a mistake by reacting the way she did. In her words, she said, "In my house, I am treated like a queen, but in Ned Woko's house, I am nothing." It is true. In Ned Woko's house, you are nothing but one of his 4 wives. You are nothing but one of his acquisitions, one of his properties. What were you thinking going into marriage that early? Now you guys can see the side effects. And what is even worse, he has blasted her with a defamation of character. I don't know if it is true. Okay, let me not even call it defamation of character. It might be true. But why did he have to release the news at that time? It was a perfect strategy to convince the public that, okay, Regina Daniels is out of her mind and she does not know what she's saying. You think Nedwoko is not smart? Before you tarnish his reputation as a senator and as a public figure, he will tarnish yours. And what is even worse, if Regina Daniels is not careful, she could be confined into a mental asylum. That is how far men can go to tarnish your reputation when you are trying to tarnish theirs. Nedwoko will get away with almost anything and everything. Regina Daniels, you should have known this before going into that marriage. You are not special, girl. You are just one of his acquisitions. These are the side effects of getting married at a very young age. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. Honestly, I wish I could be more empathetic and sympathetic with her, but I can't. I can't because the deed has already been done. It is marriage we are talking about. Okay, what is even worst? If today Regina Daniels decides to divorce Ned Woko, because Ned Woko will not divorce her, men hardly file for divorce. They only make the conditions so unbearable for you, and you will run away and leave him, or you will divorce him if he's rich and wealthy. So they never divorce. They hardly apply for divorce. They'll punish you till you use your 2 legs to walk out of that relationship. So let's assume Regina Daniels decides to divorce Ned Woko. She can barely get married again. There was a young girl, she's a celebrity to date. I don't want to mention her name. Okay, let me just mention her name, Caroline Danjuma. She married a billionaire at a very young age, though older than Regina Daniels. Look at Caroline Danjuma today. She has never remarried since then. The standard is too high for any man to want to meet up. It's like starting from the peak. You started dating from the peak. How many young men out there as wealthy as Ned Woko to want to play the Regina Daniels game or to want to attempt to remarry her? Yes, she's still beautiful and very young and all of that. But I don't think any man in this Nigeria can still afford to date or marry Regina Daniels because of the standard she has set for herself. The standard is too high for any young man out there to even keep up. So if she decides to divorce Ned Woko today, she'll end up a single mother for the rest of her life. I am not a prophet of bad news. I'm not a prophet of doom. But from what has happened before, I am making that prediction out of what has happened before. Regina Daniels will hardly be able to find another man to marry her if she divorces Ned Woko. And Ned Woko also have the power, the resources to stop her from ever dating again. So Regina Daniels needs to grow up. She needs to be more comported, and she needs to learn how to manage to live with this billionaire. She needs to learn how to manage herself with Ned Woko. Because the next time she tries to bash the man's car like she did this first time, she's ending up in the mental asylum. She's going to end up there. She shouldn't think she's any special from the other 3 wives. Now, this is even the battle we are seeing. This is what we are seeing. This is the one we are seeing on social media. Do you know that she still have battles to fight with her co-wives? And even the co-wives' children? And her husband's family, her in-laws? There is a lot involved in marriage. It's not something you just jump into. Honestly, I wish I could sympathize with her. I wish I could feel sorry for her, but I can't. I can't because she made her choice. Let her live with the consequences. Unfortunately.